Do you want your Board of Peace to replace the UN?
Well, it might. I mean, the UN just hasn't been very helpful.
In January 2026, US President Donald Trump suggested that a newly formed international body, the Board of Peace, might replace the United Nations. The remark immediately sparked a bigger question. Can a new forum realistically replace the world's primary multilateral institution? And if it cannot, what role could it actually play? Let's break it down.
We have one of the most important meetings of all, the official formation of what is known as the Board of Peace.
The Board of Peace was proposed by President Trump in late 2025 and was formally established in January 2026 as part of his post-war Gaza plan. It was initially presented as a mechanism to support reconstruction and stabilization in Gaza under a UN-backed framework, with Trump naming himself chairman. However, reporting around the draft charter suggests the board does not mention Gaza. Instead, it describes a broader global mandate to resolve conflicts worldwide, a role traditionally associated with the United Nations both historically and legally. Trump has offered mixed messaging. He has criticized the UN as ineffective and floated the idea that the board could replace it. At the same time, he has also said the UN should continue to exist. So, can the Board of Peace replace the United Nations? The short answer is no. The UN exists under the UN Charter, a multilateral treaty ratified by nearly every sovereign state. Replacing it would require broad international consent and major treaty changes. Even if the board attracts members, it cannot automatically become the global governing institution the UN is today, unless states explicitly agree to transfer authority. And that remains extremely unlikely, given the UN's scale and international legitimacy. Participation in the Board of Peace is voluntary. Early reports also suggest that financial contributions or strategic alignment may influence participation. Some reporting has claimed that a $1 billion contribution could secure a permanent seat, though the White House has called this reporting misleading. Reactions from governments have been mixed. Some countries have joined the board, but major US allies such as France and Norway have turned down invitations, while others are still deciding. The response reflects growing concern that the board's broader ambitions could undermine the UN and existing international commitments. Can the Board of Peace legally replace the United Nations? Legally, no. And in practical terms, it remains highly unlikely, since most major powers continue to operate within the UN framework. However, politically, the board could still function as a competing or supplementary forum. And if it is used to bypass the United Nations in certain cases, it could add to a wider trend, the fragmentation of global governance. Subscribe to Business Standard for more in-depth coverage and updates.